at this point. And again, if you're just joining us, we have gotten reports about they could originate from a vehicle, but that, again, has not confirmed at this point, though. We have not also gotten reported injuries as well. But once again, several streets are blocked off. This happened near 2nd and Commerce, some very, very far away from where this explosion originated from. And my photographer and I were there just a little earlier before 6:30 in the morning. We can literally feel the vibration from so far away. That just gives you an indication of how, catastrophic and how strong this was. But again, this is still very much in the developing stages, and we'll certainly keep you updated as we do get further information this morning. We're currently at the Media Staging Center, where the Public Information Officer should give us some updates sometime throughout this morning. But for now, we're going to send things back over to you guys in the studio. Wait, what? Hey guys, check 1 2 3, check 1 2 3. Yeah, we're at the Media Staging Center, Ben, at Second and at Korean Vets, and this is still very much in its early and in developing stages. Law enforcement, rightfully so, they're being extra cautious. They're not getting too close to this with the fear of, possibly another explosion happening or possibly even another building or a building collapse, in that case. And at this point, again, there's still a lot of not very much can be confirmed, but we were here just before 6:30 this morning. This is the scene just right down the street from me. We're not allowed to get too close because of how dangerous it is, but we heard that loud noise that happened just before 6:30 in the morning, and we can just literally feel the vibration, giving you kind of an indication how intense this was. We were just not too far, just across the street from Nissan Stadium, which is very far from that explosion did happen, and we could just feel the shelter above us just shake very vigorously, and even the ground shake from how strong this was. And there are reports that it could have originated from some vehicles nearby. That has not been confirmed so far. We also have not gotten any confirmation about any possible injuries at this point, but we'll stay on scene and certainly get that information for you. But this is such an unexpected Christmas morning, and of course, given how 2020 has been, many people, this is not something they wanted to wake up to. But just to give you guys an idea of how strong this was, we were just right across the lot in Nissan Stadium and felt that vibration and just the shelter above us shake, given how vigorous it was early this morning. And I was actually near 3rd Street and saw so many shattered windows and broken windows and shattered glass all across the street. That shows you how strong it was, and we don't have any confirmation how many buildings were damaged, but it does look like it's going to take a while to clean that mess up, and who knows how much all that's going to cost as well. But we'll stay on scene and certainly get more information as we get it throughout this morning. But for now, Ben, we're going to send things back over to you. It's a keep shot up.
As opposed to going across the river.
Oh, good. Okay. Good.
So Donna's coming to us as opposed to us going.
Okay.
So y'all just stay here.
Any possibility on a briefing, sir?
Not right now. As you can see, it's still very active. Right. We're going to be working to get some solid information before we release anything.
Okay.
I can't confirm there's been an explosion. We have crews on the scene working to extinguish a fire, working in tandem with the bomb squad to make sure that we don't do anything that hampers that.
Can you confirm if it originated from a car?
I cannot confirm.
Okay. Is it the fire department and the police department mainly?
And Nashville Fire Department, yes.
And a bomb
as
squad?
well as the OEM. Bomb Squad is a part of MNPD. John interviewed for a little bit. He can confirm all that information for you.
You know approximately how many crews are on scene by any chance?
How many?
Yeah.
A lot.
Crews, a lot. All right. All right. For life. Tell them we're good to go. Thank you. Yeah, I'm here. Yeah, go for it. Okay. Sorry.
Appreciate it.
All right.
How's that? How you doing? Tired? Cold? Yeah. Where were you able to go?
Well, Ben, they're just telling people to stay safe and stay vigilant in case something does happen here. They're just being extra cautious. I spoke to the information officer from the Nashville Fire Department. He did say there were crews from the police department, the fire department. That does include the bomb squad, of course, and emergency management, just canvassing the area, making sure that there's nothing else that they should be aware of. Even they're taking all the precaution they can. They want to stay far from this as they can, just to figure out how this originated, what is the source of this. One thing we can confirm, like you were mentioning, this is linked to a vehicle. That as much as we're being told so far. Again, this happened near 2nd and Commerce. I'm standing at 2nd and Korean. That's Boulevard, just a little far away from it. Just take a look down there. You can still see a little smoke because that is some progress. The smoke has died down a little bit, but if you do look closely, you can still see some of that smog in the air. Now, I was still on scene doing a separate assignment early this morning, just a little bit before 6:30, when my photographer and I did hear that explosion. We immediately knew something was not right, and so unexpected on, of course, this Christmas morning. We had this shelter above us, and we could literally feel it shake and vibrate, and we're just right across from Nissan when this happened. I'm also getting messages from people on social media saying that people from Mount Juliet and Brentwood, they heard how strong this was. They felt the vibration. They heard how loud this noise was as well. As close as I could get, I was near 3rd Street and also saw so many broken windows and shattered glasses as well. That's kind of gives you an indication how strong and vibrant this was. And again, at this point, we can only confirm this has been linked to a vehicle. We don't know much more beyond that at this point, or for what if anyone else was involved or any reports of injuries at this time. But it looks like multiple buildings were damaged from as close as I could see, and that again happened just a little before 6:30 near 2nd and Commerce here in downtown, a very big touristy spot. A lot of people go there, of course, and the weather is nice outside, and of course that's an unfortunate thing to happen so early on this Christmas morning, and when many people just wanted to put this year, of course, in the rearview mirror. And of course, law enforcement is still working diligently to figure out what happened, if there's anything else they do need to be aware of. But Ben, will stay on scene, certainly send things over back to you right now.
Patrol are conducting a shutdown, if you will, of the downtown area while we assess this entire situation. So traffic in the downtown area from the interstate system really and in the immediate downtown area is going to be restricted as our teams attempt to assess exactly what's taken place, who may be involved, etc. That's all the information I have for you at this point. We will do another update when we know more, certainly in the next hour or so. At this point, Joseph Pleasant from the Nashville Fire Department can talk about the response from his team.
Good morning. As you can see, we have a significant response from our Fire Suppression Bureau as well as our EMS division. We have multiple personnel here from our hazmat team as well as our Special Operations Division working to support our local, state, and federal partners. Right now, we can report we've made 3 transports to area hospitals. None of those transports at this point are critical. 2 of those people went to Centennial. One of those persons went to Vanderbilt University Medical Center. We do have a special EMS division set up right now to monitor the situation. Once again, we are asking everyone to be mindful of the active, ongoing situation here and to give our people space to work in. But once again, right now, we don't have any significant injuries to report. Thank you.
And I'll be back in an hour. Okay, 1 hour from now, right here. Okay? Thanks, Don. Thanks, Don.
Okay.
Are we going live now?
Huh?
Are we going live now?
Not right now. They're going to let us know.
Okay. Can you text them that I have the full press conference on tape?
They know. It's okay.
Okay, I'm gonna have to, yeah, wait till, it's hard for me to type, man, I gotta think. Are we online or not online? Just communication, man, like, in case I want to what's going on. We're not live right now. We're going to be, not right now. So what is it? Suspicious. Yeah.
Yeah, I can. One, two, three, check 1, 2, 3. What is that noise coming from? Yeah. Yeah, I'm ready. That's fine.
What?
All right, cool.
So, was it in front of the AT&T building? By the AT&T building?
Buy it, like, but on this.
Okay, I'll say buy it. Give a reference point.
I would say,
Yeah. I just heard. Well, but Ben, something I can tell you is there are people, law enforcement and fire department officials, they're just trying to piece together some more information on how this happened. But it is still very much a very chaotic scene here in the immediate downtown area. Like Don Aaron from the PIO, from the police department, was mentioning that this is a very popular tourist area. It was near 2nd and Commerce Street, and for the time being, they're at least going to close off the immediate part of downtown, places where typically a lot of people go normally throughout the year. But even when I was driving around, it was very difficult for me just to even get to the spot where I am. I'm standing on 2nd and Korean Vets Boulevard, just a little close, not too far from where that explosion did happen. And like he was saying from the police department, that we can confirm that this explosion was linked to a car. And I remember just a little more than before 6:30 this morning, I was very close to Nissan Stadium, just maybe a block away across the street, when my photographer just saw it happen. It was right behind me. I could still see flames shooting up way high into the sky. Still so much smoke lasted. I don't see any smoke right now, so it looks like that part of it has been died down. But even though we were so far from it, we really just could feel the vibration and just the shelter above us shaking from it. Very much a scary moment, and the last thing anyone wanted on this day that's supposed to be a celebration, especially with 2020 coming to an end. People just wanted something to look forward to. But multiple streets in the immediate downtown area, especially near 2nd and 3rd, are blocked off. It is very difficult for anyone to get close. Several law enforcement members are here, multiple people from the Nashville Fire Department. We've been told a bomb squad. I saw some K9 units as well, making sure that there's nothing else here that people need to be concerned about if they do happen to be in this area. I also went close to the courthouse just a couple hours ago, and I saw so much shattered glass and broken windows and just shrapnel everywhere. It just really looked like a very barbaric scene from like a war zone movie or something. It's something you really don't expect to see on Christmas morning near downtown Nashville. So at this point, we are expected to get another briefing in just about an hour or so. We'll certainly stay on scene here and get you the latest information as we can. But now, Ben, I'm going to send things over back to you in studio. Nice job.
active, and Metro Nashville Police Department and federal partners are trying to figure out exactly what is going on. We have Sky 5 up in the air trying to get a better viewpoint of everything, but right now everything is on standby. They're trying to find out what is going on. They're trying to make sure there's no other explosions. So we'll be here to bring you the latest as anything changes.
Aaron, thanks so much. And these video images are just staggering. It looks like an absolute disaster zone on 2nd Avenue near Church here, near that old spaghetti factory. Earlier, we were looking at video from the Hooters, which is just on the corner where the windows were completely blown out. And that was a couple paces away from the epicenter that we're looking at right here from Sky 5. Actually, it looks like they're zooming in now to show that exact location. I mean, this isn't passable even if you were trying to get through here. First responders concerned about safety for themselves and everyone in the greater Nashville community. So they are keeping everyone far from this, including us. As you just saw, Aaron, they're several blocks away. Looks like smoke is coming out, or they may be blowing some water in the area. And we can hear the sounds of other helicopters from overhead. We know that the fire department, police, hazmat, special operations units, there are federal, state, and local authorities responding to this on Christmas morning, which normally is such a quiet time. We usually have an abridged newscast because it's usually just so quiet on Christmas morning as everyone is at home and waking up with their families, and there's just not as much going on a normal Christmas morning. And right now, of course, as you can see, that is not the case in the downtown Nashville area. These are images that are difficult to see because so many of you know this stretch of road, just a couple blocks off Broadway in the riverfront, the heart and soul of the downtown Nashville area. This is 2nd Avenue near Church, so just one block off the riverfront and a couple blocks off of Broadway. It's Broadway and then Commerce and then Church, so very close to the heart of downtown Nashville, and police telling us they do believe that this car explosion was intentional as they went out this morning in order to respond to a call about a suspicious vehicle. That was around 6:30, and that's when the explosion took place. And we're lucky that no police officers were injured at that point. We were told, though, 3 people were injured and taken to the hospital. Thankfully, none of them critically injured. As you can see, smoke plumes coming up with the AT&T building in the background there. And we're working to get more information. People were in the downtown area at the time. There are some living units not too far away, and we're getting videos in and information from these people who lived through this coming into our newsroom. So we're working to talk to them and get more information from the folks who were there close by at the time. But guys, I mean, I live a couple miles away from this, and we're used to hearing blasting in our area just because of the growth of the Nashville area, and blasting is something that happens with construction. But when it happened at 6:30 on Christmas morning, we knew something was up. So this is absolutely not a normal scenario. As you can see, so many firefighters and other first responders here live right now responding to a car explosion that has rocked downtown Nashville on Christmas morning. So it's about 9:12 right now. So we're close to going into our 3rd hour of coverage of exactly what's going on, and we're learning new information every minute or so. You can see active flames on some cars, several cars destroyed through the downtown area. This is video from earlier on 2nd Avenue near Church Street, where the devastation is just staggering to see. We're waiting to hear if it's absolute, if there are buildings that are not usable in the area or safe to be in. Of course, first responders are all working right now to keep everyone safe and far away from the epicenter of this car explosion. Of course, we're still waiting to hear more details, such as who would have been responsible for this. Let's hear from police from earlier with a little bit more information that we've been learning as this continues to develop.
The police department, its federal partners, the FBI, ATF, are conducting a large-scale investigation to this point. We do believe that the explosion was an intentional act.
As you can see, we have a significant response from our Fire Suppression Bureau as well as our EMS division. We have multiple personnel here from our hazmat team as well.
This is a live current look at what is going on downtown from Sky 5, showing you the only bird's eye view of what is going on currently on 2nd Avenue near Church Street in the downtown area. And Ben, it's just really difficult to look at these images, but we are, I guess, heartened at least to know that the 3 people who we have been told were injured are not critically injured. So their injuries at least not considered serious.
It is amazing, Rebecca, when you see the damage that we're talking about. 3 non-critical injuries as of right now. And you're right. I mean, these stunning pictures from Sky 5 on a sunny morning, it really shows us the damage that we're looking at, and just perhaps how powerful this explosive in this vehicle was at 6:30 this morning. And that's why these federal authorities, the ATF, the FBI, continue to investigate to see what we're dealing with this confirmed intentional act. We do want to let you know we're gathering all the details we can, but keep in mind our reporters are being held back from the scene, and frankly there are just not many people in downtown Nashville due to the holiday and of course due to these COVID restrictions, Phil. And you know, downtown Nashville, we talk about the economic impact it's already seen because of this tough year for so many businesses. Now we're dealing with something like this, which is even a different level of emotion, and I know you're talking to your sources and listening to scanners, but this is a stunning picture we're seeing here live in downtown Nashville this morning.
Absolutely. And one of the things we were hearing on the scanners just a little while ago, you know, there are a lot of people who live downtown, and there were people who were waking up to this horrific news, who were getting up and heading out into the streets and taking photos and videos. Police and firefighters need for you to stay away from this scene because they are still trying to get a handle on exactly what they're dealing with. I heard scanner traffic a few minutes ago that they were deploying a drone to this area to be able to get a closer look at exactly what they're dealing with, and do it safely. Live in the downtown area, please. The video you're seeing from Sky 5 is the best view you're going to be able to get today. Yeah. So emergency personnel are just asking you to stay away from this area. Again, and I have a little bit of a delay because of working from home here, but you know, the video that I'm seeing now just is horrific. It looks like a scene from a war zone. And so this is going to take a significant amount of time, a significant amount of resources to try to get to the bottom of this. Obviously, police were on the scene, as we understand it from Don Aaron, investigating a suspicious vehicle. So it's likely they do have a tag number that would be the beginning of an investigation. But they are going to be collecting every sliver of debris that they can find to put together a criminal case to try to get to the bottom of this, to see who is behind it. And from everything we can tell, they are still trying to assess the situation that they're seeing downtown.
That's right. And Phil, we have our first statement from Nashville Mayor John Cooper. He says at 6:32 this morning, Metro Nashville Police Department and Nashville Fire Department responded to the scene of an explosion on 2nd Avenue, approximately 1 block north of Broadway. Metro Police confirmed the source of the explosion came from a vehicle. The cause of the explosion is under investigation with help from federal authorities. MNPD will share updates as they become available, and it is restricting downtown traffic as we've reported. Be safe, Nashville. Thank you to our emergency personnel for your quick response.
Check. little bit. I think on the back side of these buildings on First Avenue, all of the windows are blown out. Yeah, let's go over the river just a little bit.